Creating a cross-training plan for employees is essential to ensure ongoing performance and productivity of the department and organization. I'll talk about how to create a cross-training plan in this video. Hello, I'm Stephen Goldberg of Optimus Performance, bringing you practical tips and ideas on leadership, team development, and employee performance in the workplace. If an employee is absent for a short or long period, it's really essential that you have others that are trained and can take over their tasks. So you need to put together a plan. And to help you do that, I've listed here several steps. And I've also created a form, very simple, it's just 4 columns, where you can list the positions and the tasks that you need people to be trained on. And then, of course, you need to plan and implement that training plan. And I'll talk about that aspect of this in another video. But you could also use my goal planning worksheet to do the planning right now. So the first thing is to identify what are the tasks of the job. And of course, to do that, you need a job description. So if you don't have one, you want to write one. If you do have one, you want to make sure it's updated. Now, I do have a tutorial and job description worksheet template that you could download. You can consult my tutorial and go through that to write your own job description. I even have a full training program. I'll put a link to that where I go through in very fine detail how to create a job description. So you want to start with that as the first step. And then you want to see who is in each position. So you want to have that on your grid or your worksheet like I've created, and I'll make this worksheet available. I mean, it's really easy to create, but I've already created one, so I'll put a link where you could download that. And you want to write the name of each of the persons in that job. I use an order entry customer service clerk or person as an example. And so once you have the tasks, you want to list those tasks, and then next to it, who are you going to train on those tasks so that if that employee is absent, they can take over the job. And of course, obviously it would be somebody in the department that could take over the tasks. So let's say you have 4 customer service order entry persons and one is absent. Perhaps you just want to divide the workload amongst those other 3. But if the workload is already high, then you may need somebody from another department to step in, and this is where the cross-training needs to happen. Now, if that person who is absent has specific tasks or duties that the other people in the department don't have and have never done, well, you want to train one of them on those tasks. And I've put an example of that in my article that you could check out. So it's really simple, it's not rocket science, but you need to plan for this, and that will prevent any lapse in productivity and performance. So check out the article, start planning your cross-training activities. I've also included in the article a link to another article and video where I talk about the 7 steps of training, because perhaps one of the people in that position right now will train somebody else from another department or on the task that they're doing and the other person, their coworker, is not doing. But you need to choose the right trainer, and they need to know the steps for effective training. So I have an article and video called The 7 Steps for Highly Effective Employee Training and Coaching, and you want to check that out as well as part of planning your implementation of a cross-training plan. So I hope this tip is useful for you and that you'll take action on it and make sure that you don't have any interruption in performance and productivity due to an absent employee, whether it be short or long term. Check out some of the other related videos. I mentioned several in this video, the ones on training, of course, goal setting, where you could use that to plan out your cross-training plan. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Check out the blog section of our website for articles that go along with these videos. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk again soon.